Today's gonna be a rough one, guys, but I'm gonna power through it. I've got a bad headache. Oh, I've been having the worst headache today. But we're here. We're here. Through tears and all. Through the wire. Through the pain. We're gonna make it happen tonight. You see the topic of conversation. You see the thumbnail. Tonight we're talking about these college protests that have been taking place all around the country. This image has gone viral of this sister caught out here in Ole Miss protesting on behalf of the Palestinians. We got this student, this scholar, this high IQ scholar, making monkey noises at the lady. Because of course he's going to be on the right side of history, right? Of course, we'll see how that ages. So we're gonna break this topic down tonight. Y'all gotta bear with me. Like I said, I got a bit of a headache. So if I'm, a little slow on it tonight, y'all just gotta bear with me. But first, let's jump right into it. First, before I give y'all my thoughts, let's play this clip so you know exactly what I'm talking about. This is a scene coming from Ole Miss where one individual seems to have been singled out amongst the protesters and surrounded. Check this out.
Lizzo, 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 fuck you, fat ass.
Now, first of all, you see how they're calling this woman Lizzo? A lot of folks in the dominant society like to say, oh, Lizzo is so beautiful. Lizzo is something that, there's no problem with obesity. It's free love. I guess they didn't get the memo. Because at the first sight they see an obese black woman, you know where they're going with it. Lizzo. I digress.
Fuck you, and fuck you, bitch.
My question, why is she out there by herself? Look at this crowd of anti-protesters, and then look at this people. Look at how she's there standing by herself. What protester goes by himself amongst all of those anti-protesters? Why is she by herself? Is my question. And you see the kid over here making the monkey noises, bringing. Now, while this is a very serious issue, this Palestinian-Israeli conflict that's going on, I try not to speak too much on it. I try to stay neutral. I try to stay out of it because at the end of the day, it's not my business. It's not my fight. Right now, this channel is focused on the foundational Black Americans. We've got enough problems here in America. Both these groups, the Israelis and the Palestinians, try to shame us for not speaking on their behalf, which is why I feel as though if I speak for the Palestinians, all the Israeli people, all the white Israel people, Jewish people are going to be like, oh, he's anti-Semitic, right? But if I speak and say, hey, it's none of our business, then, oh, we get shamed as black people. Why are you not speaking up for us? Why are you not speaking truth to power? Because that's what black people are known for doing. Well, here's the thing. I'm speaking truth to power on my issues, on my topics. This is not my fight. If I have to say anything on it, I would say, yeah, the Palestinians have a legitimate case here. This seems to be genocide to me, and I'm not standing for it. That would be my message if I had to say anything. But you know what? Silence is a choice. And just like silence is a choice, they say the same thing about voting. Oh, they try to shame you into voting. Which way are you going to vote? Are you going to vote Democrat or Republican? If you vote third party, if you choose not to vote, if you don't vote at all, oh, you're not exercising your rights. You're supposed to speak up. You're supposed to vote. Sitting home and not voting is a choice. They try to shame us for not getting involved, for not participating in their systems. If I choose not to vote, that's my choice. And it's your decision, it's your fault as a Republican or as a Democrat to come and convince me that it is worth my effort to go down to the polls and cast my ballot on your behalf. You have to convince me to put forth that type of effort. It doesn't just come free. It doesn't just come free. That's coming for voting. And the same applies for these protests in Palestine. Listen, what I've seen is a shame. What's going on between Israel and Palestine is very sad to see. I hate to see it. But my advocacy is not free. On this channel, I'm supporting foundational Black Americans. That's my people. Everything beyond that is extra. You're welcome. It's free. You're welcome. But my main focus here is to bring light and to bring justice for my people. On behalf of all of the Muslims out there, on behalf of all of the Palestinians out there, I say that's your fight. Y'all need to go handle that. Y'all need to go handle that. But foundational Black Americans should not and cannot and will not be shamed into not putting ourselves into dangerous situations like this Black woman finds herself in. This Black woman finds herself surrounded. Where's all the pro-Palestinian protesters to support her? She's out there surrounded by white folks making monkey sounds at her at any moment. It's like 3 cops out there. If they wanted to, they could rush to get her out the way. They could do that if they wanted to. Now, she's doing all this effort for free. Why is she doing that? Listen, you're putting yourself, Black folks, I know it's hard because it's hard to act like you don't care when you do care. I get it. But what I'm saying is we got to choose our battles. We got to choose our battles. Right now, we're circling the wagons. We're in the end game right now. This is chess, not checkers. We're in the end game. We're in the end game. Seriously, Black folks, we are in the end game. And we need to position ourselves to win. Because I don't think we're going to have a lot more time here on this board. It's not a whole lot more time on this clock. If you understand what I'm saying. He that has ears, let him hear. Now, maybe you didn't catch what was happening as far as the kid making the monkey sounds. You've got Republicans over here defending that type of foolishness. And again, this is why I speak on the fact of the matter is not voting is a choice and not advocating for these other groups is a choice. We have the right to stay neutral. We have the right to stay home. Because a lot of times they say, yo, Joe Biden, he's not doing anything for Black folks. Obama, he didn't do anything for Black folks. Why are you still voting for Democrats? They don't do anything for Black folks. They're only undermining us. Okay, cool. I hear that and I understand. So what's my other option according to you? Well, don't vote for the Democrats. Who should I vote for? Vote for the Republicans? Vote for the Republicans who have current senators who are supporting racist folks making monkey sounds at people like this? Check this out. Check this out. You see the cops. You see this kid?
Israel-Hamas war demonstrations turned ugly Thursday at the University of Mississippi when one counter-protester appeared to make monkey noises and gestures at a Black woman. Far-right Georgia Republican Congressman Mike Collins praised the raucous gathering in a social media post.
Republican Mike Collins. Georgia Republican Mike Collins is supporting this monkey man. This man making monkey
Nobody was
noises,
arrested Thursday on the
Lizzo.
campus in Oxford, Mississippi.
Okay, so again, I have to ask you, what is my motivation to vote for the Republicans? Not only that, what is my motivation to support either one of these groups? My message tonight is we should remain neutral. My message tonight is, listen, this is not our fight. Y'all tell me that we cannot, y'all tell me, okay, we get shamed, we get called anti-Semitic if we support the Palestinians. If we don't want to seem anti-Semitic, we say, hey, it's a shame, we're going to stay neutral. But then the Palestinians say, oh, you Black people, y'all aren't speaking up for our issues. So we get shamed either way. Same with voting. We get shamed. Oh, you voting for the Democrats? You voting supporting Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe? The man is senile. Okay. But then if we go with the Republicans, we got to support people like Republican Mike Collins, right? Who's over here praising people making monkey sounds at Black people, calling Black people monkeys, calling Black people Lizzos. We're supposed to support them. So when we say, listen, we don't want to support Israel or Palestine, we're going to stay neutral on this one. We don't want to be surrounded by protesters and there's no protesters over here to have our back. And we don't want to vote for the Democrats because they're sleep. We got Sleepy Joe. He's man senile, half foot, 1 foot in the grave. And we don't want to vote for these Republicans either because they're over here encouraging these suspected white supremacists to call us monkeys and call us blizzos. We don't want to support either one of these parties. We don't want to support either one of those groups. We're going to stay neutral. Y'all just leave us out of it. We're worried about ourselves right now. And then you don't understand why. Then maybe you'll understand why. Huh? Now I'm in DC. Y'all know I gotta shout out DC, the DMV, push y'all on the map, and keep y'all abreast of what's going on in the DMV. So in the DMV, you think this situation with Ole Miss was the only situation? No, this is a situation that's going on across the board. It's going across many different states, many different college campuses. This is a nationwide protest by the college students who seem to have taken the initiative, who seem to care. Although my message is to black people, we need to stay neutral on this. I can't fault the kids for caring. It's hard to act like you don't care when you look online and you see all these children's, the bodies of the children piling up. Why? Over oil and over the greed and over the racism, the colonization. It's hard to act like you don't care and recognize you got enough problems to just leave that alone, stay out of that. It's hard to act like that, especially when you're a kid. You see that. I remember when I was a kid. I remember when I was in college. I was in the Army. I dropped out of the Army. I quit the Army. I chose not to re-sign my contract. Why? Because Obama killed Gaddafi, and I was like, yo, I invested money in the dinar. So I know how it feels when you see the crash of Libya, the richest country in Africa, get crashed because of a president's decision. I say all that to say, when you're a kid, when you're in college, you're going to feel some emotions. You're going to see the things that's going on in the world, and you're going to feel as though it's your responsibility, it's your moral obligation to say, hey, I don't support this. I want to see some change. By the time you get older, you start having your families, you start getting married, you got your job, you got your too many bills, too many responsibilities, you start to let it go. But these kids have enough attention, they have enough time on their hands to say, hey, this isn't right. This isn't right. But here in DC, this is what's happening. Now they're at 3:30 in the morning last night. They were raiding these kids at George Washington University who chose to have their sleepover protest. Y'all check this out.
Everybody up! Everybody up!
Oh, sorry about that. You can hear the woman try to wake people up because it's about to go down. The police are organizing. The police are coming into the encampment.
Everybody up! Everybody
The police
up!
are organizing, so she's trying to wake people up. Hey, yo, get ready. It's about to go down. Heads up, heads up.
Everybody. Holy shit. Let's go. Let's go.
You see all the tents. Now listen, hold on. Let me pause this. Let me reiterate this. One thing that I really wanted to point out. When January 6th first happened, I was one of the, you can go back to some of my oldest videos. I was one of the first people who said, although I don't agree with what they're doing, I appreciate and I respect their effort and their sacrifice, their dedication to what they believe. Go back to some of my older videos. This happened in January of 2021, right? Go back into I've got old videos. I could check if I really wanted to. If I had the time, I would chop this up. But go back to some of my old videos. One of my first controversial videos that I made was saying, hey, I don't agree with January 6th. I don't agree with them storming the Capitol and trying to overturn the elections. But if these people truly believe that their elections were stolen. The fact that they chose to act on that to the point where they would put their life, put their freedom, put their families in jeopardy, their families as an extension in jeopardy, at risk, in defense of the things that they believe, that type of motivation, that type of heart, I respect it. On either side. On either side. If you believe something strong enough to go out and act on it and risk your safety, your freedom, and risk possible consequences happening to yourself and your family at large, example, becoming famous, people attacking your family. Oh, I know you, you're your brother. Oh, you getting locked up now, your family has to pay bail. Oh, you getting locked up now, you can't pay the bills for your kids. You're putting yourself and your family at risk when you make a decision like they did on January 6th. And although I don't agree with it, I respect it. Same thing with these kids, these pro-Palestinian protesters. Whether or not you agree with their position, whether or not you agree that there should be a ceasefire in Palestine, which, I mean, who has a heart? But whether or not you agree politically, you gotta respect the effort. You gotta respect the sacrifice. You gotta respect the fact that the passion that they had enough passion, they had enough motivation to sacrifice the comfort of their warm bed and instead sleep outside on the ground in a hard tent. Whether or not you agree with them, it's like freedom of speech. You don't always have to agree with freedom of speech, but the beautiful thing about it is at least somebody has the heart to go out and say what they believe for the world to see. And the world can look and judge and watch you. Oh, I disagree with you. Oh, you're wrong. Oh, you're a loser. Oh, no, you're stupid. Oh, you're a liberal. Oh, you're dumb. Oh, you're stupid. You open yourself up to the criticism. You open yourself up to the consequences of your words or of your beliefs. When you do that, you gotta respect the effort. So I said the same thing about the January 6th protesters who I didn't agree with. And here, I actually agree with the protesters, the pro-Palestinian protesters, but I don't agree that they should be there. I think they should sit this one out. As far as the black protesters, the other groups, they can do whatever they want to do. It's none of my business. But y'all check out what's going on in George Washington. Let me carry on.
At least over 100 cops, everybody. At least, at the very least, 100 cops. Look at this, everyone. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Wake up! Wake up! Look at this, y'all. Look at this. Full gear. Full gear. They're ready. They're all ready, y'all.
It's about to go.
They're ready.
Down.
They're ready. We knew this was coming. We knew this was coming. We knew this was coming.
Hey, wake up. Lace your boots. Lace your boots. It's about to go down.
Y'all, they're living. They've been waiting for this.
Look, by the time the kids get woken up, they're surrounded. You see where this is headed.
Everybody, we're literally surrounded. We're surrounded. We're surrounded. It's 3:18 a.m. 3:18. Over 100 cops. Over 100. Over 100. Look at them. Look at them. They're still coming
in the morning.
Still coming in.
Surrounded.
From the river to the sea. Palestine will be free.
Now hold on.
From the river to the sea.
From the river to the sea. Listen to what they're chanting.
Palestine will be free.
From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. Now, understand that they are passing legislation. I got to go back and do my research because I was planning on making a video on it. I've just been really busy this week. But a video soon to come. They're passing legislation to prohibit the criticism of Israel, of the Israeli government. It's crazy, and I'm going to make a separate video on that topic. They're passing legislation. I think it already passed the House, and now it has to go to the Senate, but don't quote me on that because I've got to go back and do some more research, and I'm going to make a standalone video on that topic because they are currently passing legislation to limit the speech against Israel, to limit the pro-Palestinian, anti-Israeli government speech. They are passing legislation to crack down against people who choose to speak out against Israel. They've already outlawed certain people, like if you have a government contract, from participating in BDS. BDS means boycott, divest, and sanction. They've passed legislation to stop people in their own personal lives. If I'm working for the government and in my own personal life, I choose to support BDS, I'm now eligible to lose my job thanks to the legislation they've already passed. And now fast forward to today, 2024, they're passing legislation to further limit the protest, to further limit anti-Israeli government speech. So when you hear these protesters over here saying from the river to the sea, they're on college campuses, these people are putting their lives at risk. Whether you agree with their policy, their political views as far as the Israeli-Palestinian situation, you got to understand that these people are passionate and they care about what they're saying. So you got to give some respect to the effort. We call it A for effort. Let's watch a little bit more of this.
From the sea to the river, Palestine will live forever.
So this is 3:18 in the morning. This is in George Washington University here in DC. This is a local situation that just happened last night. They're surrounded by a couple hundred cops and they just walked around waking up everybody in the tent city saying, hey, wake up, we're surrounded. Now the cops are getting ready, they're getting themselves in a position to raid the camp. We're going to check this video out, break this down.
Palestine will live forever. Oh, we got the DC Police Department watching our live. Man, it's 3:19 a.m.
That's wild.
They're moving in.
Y'all be sure to hit the thumbs
moving
up
in,
button as well. If y'all enjoy this type of content and it's your first time,
It is
smash the
3:18.
subscribe button.
These
It's
are
it's about to go
people
down,
who have
yo.
been camping out here for 2 weeks.
We've been camping out on the GW campus. They just woke everybody up. They about to get them out of there. They've had enough. They say you've been there for 2 weeks? A couple days, maybe. That's dedication, though.
Get back. Everybody's moving in. We will not be pushed aside. Put an end to genocide. We will not be pushed aside. We will not be pushed aside.
I think they will be pushed aside.
I need our community.
The way it's looking,
here.
I don't know.
If you are close to DC,
I don't know. My money is they're going to be pushed aside. What's your bet? Place your bets. I'm watching this for the first time with y'all guys, so I don't know.
they're giving.
I'm surprised that the officers haven't given any directions. It looks like they're... Okay, now here's the directions come. He's saying disperse or you will be arrested.
This is your first warning. Justice, you say how?
This is your first warning. That is your first warning.
21st and H.
Oh, go through there.
I'm gonna go on a pause this.
Want to leave the 21st and H.
Everybody, there.
Hold on, guys. I'm gonna play some more of this, but first I want to say this. I made a video before, and I broke down the fact that the whole way the system is set up is to target the youth in order to catch them while they're young. Catch the dissidents. Catch the people who have a disrespect for law and authority. Get them with a record when they're young so that can turn them off course of where their life could go. We don't want the people, the dissidents, the antis, the fighters, the people who think for themselves, the thinkers. They don't want them to get the knowledge and the power of fulfilling their degree, getting money under their belt. By the time they get there, it's too late. So they try to they try to mark them first. They try to put a record on them, try to get them arrested when they're young so that they can turn them off course. And that's what we're seeing in these college campuses. It's the ones who just pass their grades, go to school. Yeah, that's fine. They're in the libraries right now. They're at home sleep. That's fine, no problem for them. But the people who think for themselves, the people who are looking at what's going on internationally, following international politics, saying, hey, what our government is supporting right now is wrong. The people who say, I don't need to just listen to the government, listen blindly to the authority. I need to question and push back against the things the powers that be are doing. Those people are the ones that inevitably get marked. I'm just saying. Now let's see what happens here.
They're in full gear. They're in full gear. They have us surrounded. They have the whole encampment surrounded. All of it. Every last corner. They have it surrounded.
We want justice, you say how?
We want justice, you say how?
Lift the siege on Gaza now!
Lift the siege on Gaza now!
We want justice, you say how?
We want justice, you say how?
And the occupation now!
And the occupation now!
We want justice, you say how? And the occupation now!
All right, now they already got their first
We
warning.
want justice, you say how?
They just changed the chant. You see what it
Cops off
says?
this campus now! We want justice, you say how? Cops off this campus now! We want justice, you say how?
What are they expecting? The cops to just say, oh, okay, well, since you said that's justice, let me just turn around and pack it up.
We want justice, you say how? Cops off this campus now! There is only one solution! Intifada revolution! There is only one solution! Intifada revolution! There is only one solution! Intifada revolution! There is only one
You see
solution!
where the folks are sleeping.
Intifada revolution! There is only one
See the black dude in
solution!
the turban.
A student-led revolution! There is only one solution! A student-led revolution! Student-led revolution! There is only one solution! A student-led revolution! Student-led revolution!
All right, now they got their first warning. It looks like they're still surrounded by the cops. They're like, all right. So you are engaged in unlawful behavior. Please disperse.
They're moving in. They're moving in.
This has to be run away.
Second warning! Second warning!
All right, they're getting
Second
closer.
warning! If you are not arrested,
love you guys. Love you too.
If you are not a red, clear. Second
Wait.
warning.
We're running stuff.
Everybody, they're moving in.
Moving
Stay
those
strong,
cars. Hey, some
everybody.
furniture about to move around. See what's that happening in those tents? All right, we got this furniture. Let's get this furniture out the way. Let's go ahead and handle this. Hold on. Let me just move this tent up out the way. Hold on. Yeah, you just wait right there, Miss. From the river to the sea. You just 1 second. Let me just get this tent up out the. Okay. All right. You gotta laugh to stop the crying. Alright, so now they're sitting down. At least I would have started off with that. Yeah, let me sit my ass down, bro. You know the what I would do. You know those folks that like tie themselves to the trees or something. At least then it's like, all right, like you probably not going. They're not going to be dragging you. They got to get the cuffs up off you, right? But those folks that you not tied down to nothing, they just gonna drag your ass. Oh my bad, excuse me. No, we're on live, so let me watch my language. That flag on that building right there looks like a scene out of a movie, out of Civil War or something, doesn't it? Like the way that building is lit up with the flag over it, like, and the protesters at the bottom, that looks like a scene out of a movie.
Free, free, free Palestine!
You know, maybe they do need more black people, because some of these rhymes are just... I mean, they... From the river to the sea, that was decent. But they need some... Alright. For the end of genocide, we will not be put aside. Okay, alright.
Put an end to genocide.
That's decent, I guess.
We will not be
I don't know.
pushed aside. Put an end to genocide. We want justice, you say how? End the occupation now. We want justice, you say how?
I was asked to give this to you by the person in the red and white kufiyah with the goggles.
Lift the siege on Gaza now. We want justice, you say
I'm trying
how?
to think of what would be you know,
Lift
they
the
say,
siege
oh,
on
well,
Gaza
I
now.
support protesters, but just don't protest
We want
that way.
justice, you say
They
how?
say the same thing about, like, Colin
Stop
Kaepernick taking a
bombing
knee.
Rafah now.
Oh, well,
Yo,
I
look at this.
protect,
Look at this.
I support
Look at
protesting,
this.
but you're doing your job.
14
You can't
days.
protest at work. It's like,
14
where's the
days
right
later.
place to protest?
Full riot gear.
If you are against the genocide that's happening in Palestine right now,
Stop bombing Rafah now.
what is the correct avenue?
Stop
Like,
bombing Rafah
what's the right
now.
way to go about solving that
Stop
problem?
bombing Rafah now. Lift the siege on Gaza now. Lift the siege on Gaza now. Lift the siege on Gaza now. End the occupation now. End the occupation now. End the occupation now. End the occupation now. From the belly of the beast, no justice, no peace. From the belly of the beast,
That sounds like one of ours.
no
I ain't gonna
justice,
lie.
no peace.
From the belly of the beast, no justice, no peace. That sounds like one of ours. I don't know. I don't know. You think they made that one up?
From
That
the
sounds like
belly
some
of
stuff
the
some Black
beast.
Americans would say. The
No
belly of the beast.
justice, no
I
peace.
don't know. They probably hey, they co-opted our language or what? That sounds like us.
Currently on George Washington University property, you're in violation of EC Code 22-3302, unlawful entry on property. If you are on a sidewalk or street, you are in violation of EC Code 22-1307A.
Everybody, look what they did. Look what they did. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this, everybody.
They tore down their camp. I mean, what did they do exactly? Like, y'all, that's y'all's camp. Now they're tearing it down.
All for student encampment. All for student encampment.
Yeah.
All for student encampment. That's wild. That's crazy. Are we shocked? No. Fascism is here. It's always been here.
Man, it's not wild. What do you think they're gonna do? You can't just sleep out there on the campus. I mean, that's the thing. Like when you protest, you're supposed to expect. You're supposed to expect the backlash. That's the whole point of
Everybody
protesting.
up!
So,
Everybody up!
is it wild to see the cops being cops?
Everybody up!
It's not that wild. That's what cops do.
Everybody. Holy shit. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
At least over 100 cops, everybody. At least at the.
All right, guys. By the way, this episode of Friday Time Media is brought to you by our sickle cell PSA. Now, if y'all don't know, we've got a standalone series called Sickle Cell PSA, and that will be available here on Friday Time Media. It's a standalone series. Each episode builds on the previous episode, where we bring knowledge and information and light on those suffering from sickle cell anemia. All right, my brother died last year of sickle cell anemia, so I'm happy I can be a part of this drive and this effort. I recently made a video that FDA has just approved a new quote-unquote cure. I'm saying quote-unquote because the first patient is a 12-year-old black boy here in DC who is currently undergoing this treatment. So we have our fingers crossed. It seems that it might potentially be a cure to sickle cell disease. So that's outstanding news. I'm going to play this clip, this video from our sickle cell PSA. Y'all check this out. Let me just make this a little bit. I'm just going to do a little bit of a little bit more with it. All right, y'all check this out.
It's great being out here exercising. There are so many benefits to doing these exercises. I learned that exercise plays a role in managing inflammation and reducing our painful crisis episodes.
I know. I recently found out that inflammation is a precursor for the pain crisis that defines sickle cell, and reducing it can lead to fewer and less severe crises.
That's so true. And I read that with exercise, clumping of blood platelets is averted, a situation that could otherwise aggravate inflammation.
I can think of another benefit. I get to enjoy working out with you.
Hey.
Having an accountability partner makes me get up. I could find so many excuses just to stay home.
I could too.
The relationship between exercise and pain management opens new possibilities for improving the well-being of those suffering from sickle cell. As Roberta mentioned, it's always good to have an accountability partner. Together, you'll reap the rewards of your consistent, regimented exercise program.
Boom! All right. That is episode 5. A, B, C, D. Yes, 5 of our sickle cell PSA. And that is a standalone series we're going to be broadcasting here. That will have a playlist available for you here on Friday Time Media. Again, that is a shout out and salute to our sponsors for that fantastic PSA. I want to go back before we end here. I want to go back and make sure that y'all saw the aftermath of that raid. I want to make sure that y'all see the aftermath of that raid. So I want to pull that up for you. Uh-oh. Bear with me. Bada bing. Bada boom. Here we go. And I posted this on my Instagram. Y'all can find this on my Instagram at frytime_media. On Instagram, y'all can see this full clip. Y'all check out the aftermath of that raid that we were just walking through. They pepper sprayed the protesters. They arrested over 30 protesters right now as a result of this raid in DC. You see them pulling and pepper spraying on the people right here. So yeah, man, I'm not gonna belabor the point there. I think y'all get it. I think y'all get it. I didn't want to, play too much of that. That's why I showed the beginning parts. But ultimately, I think over 30 people were arrested. Over 30 people were arrested as a result of that raid. Despite whether or not you agree with the cause that they're pushing, or whether or not you think it's wise for them to be there, I think we have to respect and salute the passion, the sacrifice, the selfless service. Mind you, in the Army, I learned this acronym. It's leadership. The acronym leadership: loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. That's leadership. Selfless service. When you're out there protesting, getting pepper sprayed, sleeping in the tents, getting pepper sprayed, getting hit by cops in their bikes, whether or not you agree with their cause or their political views, you got to understand that's leadership. That's selfless service. They don't have to be there. They can sleep in their bed just like everybody else. But they're taking time out of their day. They're taking comfort out of their life. They're putting themselves in jeopardy because as a result of this action, they can get arrested. They can get kicked out of school. Having a record can alter whatever jobs they may or may not have. Their earning potential, not just now, but in the future, could all be affected as a result of this selfless service. Whether you agree with them politically or not, you got to respect the effort there, as well as the integrity, the personal courage. It takes courage to be out there. You see, you're surrounded by a couple hundred cops, and you're sleeping there unarmed in a tent with 30 college students. You're outnumbered. You're putting yourself in a situation where you really don't need to be. That takes personal courage. So whether you agree with the political views, like I said, me personally, I think us black folks we should stay out of it for the most part. I don't see the benefit to us of supporting either one of these sides. I see black people getting singled out like the young lady at Ole Miss, getting yelled at, have monkey people calling her monkey, all type of Lizzo, obese, fat, black bee, and you're a monkey and all this and that. For what? See, I think we should focus on ourselves. We need to take that energy, we need to take those lashes, take that fight in the pursuit of ourselves, because no one else is going to help us. But historically, I see what we've done, putting ourselves out there, trying to help these other groups. And although morally, I would say that that's the honorable thing to do, I don't see, my cost benefit analysis doesn't bring me there. All the same, whether or not you agree with them, their cost benefit analysis says leads them to go. My cost benefit analysis leads me to focus on my own group. But I don't want to disrespect the protesters who had the heart to go out there and sacrifice for what they felt was right. So salute to those college protesters. Whether we agree or not, I appreciate your effort. I appreciate your passion. I appreciate your sacrifice. With that being said, I'll see you on the next one. If you like this video, be sure to hit the thumbs up button. If it's your first time watching, smash the subscribe button and come on back for another video just like this. I talk about a wide range of topics from news, politics, current events, hip hop. Talk about all types of topics, and you know, it's just an interesting take, a perspective you might not have heard before. Y'all come on back for more. Catch you on the next one. Peace.